Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be showing you guys how to make another amazing recipe. Today we're making apple pie from scratch. If you want to see it, stay tuned. Also subscribe if you're new, thumbs up the video. Without further ado, let's make it. We'll start by peeling our apple. I'm using 5 actually. I know you guys see 3 here, but I'll be using 5 for this recipe. Just peel them off just like that. And the exact name of the apple that I use will be down below. I forgot the name by head, but it will be in the description box. Be sure to check that out for the measurement. Okay, now moving on. Once you're done peeling your apple, you want to cut them in half and remove the core, and then I'll be slicing my apples into small little pieces. Now we're going to add sugar on there, as well as some brown sugar, white sugar and brown sugar. I'm using dark brown sugar. You can use light as well. I'll be adding some vanilla extract with cinnamon and a little bit of nutmeg in there as well. Once you're done adding everything together, you're going to give it a quick mix until everything is well combined. Okay, once everything is well combined, we're going to set that aside and move on to the next step, which is the crust of the pie. We're going to make it from scratch. So you're going to start by using some shortening, vegetable shortening with a little bit of vinegar. Also, I'll be using all-purpose flour with salt and some ice cold water. Okay, I'm going to start by pouring my flour into the bowl right here. Then I'll be adding my salt in there because it's dry. Mix all the dry ingredients before you add anything else. Now I'll be adding my shortening. You can use butter as well, of course, but I'm using vegetable shortening. Mix that together just like that. Use your fingers to kind of crumble the shortening until you have like a sandy type of flour. It's gonna be like very sand like. Okay, once you're done, we're going to start adding the wet ingredients, which is the vinegar and the ice cold water. Okay, make sure the water is ice cold. Now I believe I use about 4 tablespoons of water in total for this dough, and I did ended up making more dough because the dough was a little too small. So I leave the exact measurement of the dough you will need without making another batch. Okay, so be sure to check the description box. Once you are done, this is the dough. You have it nicely done. Now I am going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on my surface here. Then we're going to use our rolling pin to roll out the dough just like that. Okay, once you are rolling your dough, it's nice and flat. Make sure it's really flat. You don't want it to be too thick. Okay, once it's nice and flat just like that, we're going to use the baking pan that we're going to use. Make sure you measure it. It's the perfect size, not the perfect, but with a little extra, because you know the baking dish is kind of deep. So what I am going to do to lift up the dough is just use my rolling pin just like that and roll it with the dough stuck on it. That's a little trick, you guys. And then you're going to take your baking dish, place it under the dough, and just, you know, add it on top of the baking dish, just like that. And it's that easy without breaking the dough apart. So there you have it on there. Now what you're going to do is use your finger to press on the corner, on the crevices. Make sure you don't have any air bubbles, okay? You have to press it down with your finger so the dough can stick to the baking dish, so you don't have any air bubble, okay? Just like that. Just press it, tap 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 tap. Make sure it's nice and tight and well fitted on there. Once I am done, I am going to cut the edges with a knife. And this pie crust can be used for any type of pie. If you've done yours differently, let me know down below if you use any new ingredients for your pie crust. That's what I've been using for my pie crust. Now this is the other dough that I ended up making. Like I said, I use another flour to make it. So this is it right here. Like I said, I'll give you guys the exact measurement down below so you don't have to make two different batch, okay? So you can make it all at once. So this I'm doing right now, the line I'm doing because I want a nice little design on top. I don't want the pie to be covered all the way with the dough, so that's why I'm cutting it into little line. I guess that's what you should call it. Little line right here. So what I am going to do is placing them on top. You'll see it. You saw it the introduction. So yeah. Okay, now I am going to take the dough that I did earlier, and this is my apples with the sugar. It's already melting. It's nice and sweet. So we're going to place the apples in here just like that. Just place it in there. Make sure everything is nice and flat. You don't want the apples to be sticking up. Make sure it's nice and lay flat. And then I'll be taking the dough, the line that I was cutting, I'll be taking them and place them on top of the apple pie, I guess. Just place it on top just like that. And then you can cut any long edges and make sure you connect it with the other dough at the bottom. Just use your finger to press them together so they can stick together. Alright, once you're done, this is what you have. I did place another one on top of it, basically making like a crisscross thingy. This is it. It's nice and pretty. What I am going to do is use some egg wash. Basically my egg wash is just one egg with about 3 tablespoons of water in there. Mix it all together and then just lightly add the egg wash on top, okay? Lightly, don't add a lot, just a little bit. When it comes out, that will be nice and shiny. It's not gonna be dry, okay? It's gonna give you that nice shiny color on top. Now I am going to bake my pie. Before I bake it, I'm going to cover it with some aluminum foil because I don't want it to burn. I'm going to bake it on 375. I cover it with aluminum foil first for the first 20 minutes. Then I go back and remove the aluminum foil and cook it for another 30 minutes. Once it is done, this is how it looks. Nice and golden brown. This is it. I baked this for 50 minutes. The apples were nice and soft and like ooey gooey. Oh my goodness, it was so good, you guys. I know It's probably not a thing right now, apple pie, but I feel like making it. I was wondering, what should I make? I have apples. Let me make some apple pie. And this is it, guys. It comes out really good. Really, really good. And the crust alone, oh my God, so good. It gives you like a powdery texture. Once it gets in your mouth, it just melts. Like, you know what it tastes? It's just so good. Okay, I can't explain how powdery it just melts in your mouth. This is it. It's nice and ooey gooey, and the cinnamon, it's just so good. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up for me if you like it. Do not forget to subscribe for me, and also leave me a comment down below anything about this recipe, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.